All right, guys, we are smoking that Thunder pack. I saw someone in the chat say that Thunder fans are quite upset. They're doing a lot of coping right now. Well, at the end of the day, you should have took us out. If you could have done it, you should have did it. But, you know, fortunately for us, our Spurs are great. They're going to play hard regardless, and they finish strong. And this is one of those situations that I mentioned at the beginning of the season where the Spurs last season, they had a lot of close games. Like in the end of games, they would just fall apart, or maybe in the third quarter they would just absolutely fall apart. But having Chris Paul makes a crazy amount of difference, and he did not allow us to lose this game. He had a huge three at the end of the game. Zach Collins had a huge three at the end of the game. Obviously, Castle had a great block at the end of the game. They were not going to lose this thing. It was a beautiful win, especially when we're missing our superstar, we're missing our second best player, and we're missing our best defender. Well, actually, hold on. Our best player and our best defender is the same person. Okay, how should I phrase this? We're missing our best player, we're missing our second best offensive threat, and then we're missing our second best defender. There we go. There we go. All right. Sohan, Wemby, Vassell. Well, actually, the order would have been Wemby, Vassell, Sohan. But you get what I'm saying. First, second, and third best scorers. Would you say Sohan's our third best scorer? I guess he is, isn't he? That's fine. Three best players. Okay, yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. All right. I don't know why I made that so complicated, but good win, great win, so much fun to watch, and I actually felt once we got to the second quarter, I actually felt like we were going to win this game. I felt good about it. I felt actually genuinely good about it. Yeah. Waiting to hear what Clan got to say about Keldon. Let's start off with the positives. We'll start off with the positives, and I do have something to say, okay? So first and foremost, Zach Collins. He had a pretty decent game, you know. I'm starting to see what you guys are talking about when it comes to him, because I know a lot of people are not a big fan of Zach Collins. Hold on. No, girl, come on. Come on. All right. Hold on. Say hi. Hold on. Say hi to the people, and then you're going in your backpack for a minute, okay? All right. Say hi to the people. There we go. Hello. All right. Now you got to go to your backpack, okay? She was getting ready to jump up here. Oh. Careful. Good thing I cut your nails. All right, get in there. All right. Now go to sleep. All right. Okay. Whew. Anyways, what was I talking about? I kind of lost track of what I was talking about. Oh, Zach Collins. I'm starting to see what people are talking about when it comes to Zach Collins. I've said this last video, but like, it's really hard for me to defend him other than just saying he is who he is. Like, I can't really trip about it. He had a really good block, I think, in the first quarter. That was pretty nice. You know, he didn't have it. He only had one turnover, one personal foul. He did a good job. You know what? The best word I have for Zach Collins is serviceable. I think Zach Collins is serviceable. I think that's a good word for him. Because he's not a terrible player. You know, he's not the best player in the world. I think he's a serviceable player with a contract that might be a little bit too much, right? That's what he is. Not that crazy about him. I definitely don't think, especially with the roster we have, I definitely don't think he shouldn't get minutes. Like, I know some fans are like, oh, he shouldn't get it at all. And I'm like, no, he should get minutes. It's just, I just feel like he's serviceable, you know? He makes good passes. In this game particularly, he had a huge three. Not sure if we would have won it without him hitting that three. So, good stuff there. Anyways, Julian Champagny was great. Even though his three-point percentage has been kind of whack, has it not? It's been pretty bad. Oh, maybe it hasn't. It hasn't been bad. Okay, it's just those few games that stand out that's been bad. No, it's actually been really good. Never mind. I guess I was thinking about this Lakers game that wasn't the best. This Utah game Okay, no, he's been all right. Never mind. Screw what I said about that. He's been pretty good. So Julian Champagnie did his thing. They're relying on him heavily, so that's good. Oh, Harrison Barnes. So everybody was talking about Keldon in this game. I thought Harrison Barnes was really good, like genuinely really good. He had a nice balance. He had a really nice balance between, you know, taking outside shots, playing good defense, being aggressive when it called for it. And out of everyone on the team, if you care about this, he had the highest plus minus. Chris Paul, he did great. I mean, assist-wise, he was finding every guy imaginable. I like the connection between Chris Paul and Malachi Branham. I feel like they're starting to develop a little bit. Chris Paul found him a few times. Even, I think it was a few times Malachi just passed it up. I mean, he only hit 1 3, but I did like those two, the way Malachi played without the ball and the way that Chris Paul utilized Malachi pretty well as a threat. So I just thought those two looked pretty good together. You could tell that they've been clicking, at least in practice. Steph Castle, you'll look at his stats and you'll say, oh, he didn't do that great, man. 7 turnovers, 3 for 13. But he's the type of player that he plays winning basketball. What's kind of insane, in my opinion, is the fact that he has 7 turnovers, god-awful percentage shooting-wise, and he had the second highest plus-minus on the team. Yeah, exactly, Mongo. Castle had plus 15. That's kind of insane, right? That's kind of impressive. It just shows how impactful he is on both ends of the court. Also, 8 assists. So just a few less assists than Chris Paul. He was kind of running the show as far as our primary point guard at the beginning of the game. But yeah, so really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Let's see. Sam, you want to? Okay, if you want a definition, my boy, we can just Google it. You don't have to listen to me. Plus, minus, NBA, mean. It's basically just kind of like a ratio. Hold on, I hit it wrong. It's just a ratio between your team and the others. Here we go. Plus minus, for those who don't know, indicates how many points a team gained or lost relative to the opponent when a player was on the floor. So that's basically what it is. So a lot of times it's not a great indicator of how well a player did because it is a team stat. But I feel like in this case where you can look at the starters and you have Chris Paul -7, you have Julian Champagnie -5, you have -2 from Mamu. He didn't play that much. A -9 from Malachi, and everyone else fairly low. Trey Jones had a +11, but everyone fairly low. The fact that Steph Castle has such a terrible game shooting wise and a terrible game as far as turnovers that could easily turn into scores for the opposing team, and he still had a +15, just shows that he actually did have a huge impact. We looked at one game, it was a few games back, you guys can remind me if you remember, where Wemby had like a +43 or something. It was like, what the heck is that? You don't see that too often. He had like a +43. It was insane. But yeah, anyways, so he did a good job. Mamu barely played. Keldon had a good first half. A really good first half. Charles Bassey, he deserved every minute that he got in this game. He was like a spark plug, man. He was a spark plug. I'm not relying on I know a lot of people are like, no, Bassey is like, should get minutes over Zach Collins. I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like he had a great game, but at the same time, you know, he's more of a spark. As far as consistency, a player on the court that I would trust, I kind of trust Zach Collins just slightly more. Just if we had to talk about like who gets the most minutes, I would trust him in the duration of a game. But Bassey was definitely like a spark plug. He came in, he attacked. And fortunately for us, we didn't have to really deal with Chet, but they didn't have to deal with Wemby. So it was nice. He was able to really get to that basket. I'm hoping that we can get him shooting threes because from my understanding, he's a decent 3-point shooter, but he hasn't been used as such. So I'm hoping that we could do that. that would give him even more utility. So I don't know why he doesn't take them. But overall, he had a basically perfect game. Best game you can ask for him. 8 rebounds, 12 points, 2 blocks, 1 turnover. I mean, I don't know. Oh, gosh. Clan needs to apply. All right, we'll get there. What else? Oh, heck no. Which part? I don't know if you're agreeing. Bassey best not shoot 1-3. No, I heard that he's a decent 3-point shooter, so I don't know. I genuinely heard that. I don't know. Have you guys heard that? I've heard it. I can't tell you where I heard it, but I've heard it. Nay? Yeah, I've heard it. Hey, I wonder if I just type in the Google. If it doesn't come up, we'll just ignore it. Oops. Charles Bassey, good shooter. See any articles come up. No, nothing comes up. Nah, nothing comes up. I don't know where I heard that. I don't know if it was Spurs players that said it. Let's see. 2022-23, initially a two-way player, grabbed off the preseason waiver wires. Bassey eventually earned himself a multi. In 10 games in Austin, he took 1.6 threes per game and made them at 37.5% clip. He shot threes at a much lower rate in the NBA, just 8 attempts across 35 games. So yeah. So he can shoot threes. Yeah, he can shoot threes. I mean, guess we'll see. Maybe they'll eventually start doing it. Maybe not. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay. All right. And yeah, I thought Malachi was okay, but I thought he did a good job of getting open. Had 3 assists, and that was really nice. So the Spurs played hard, man. They played tough. And even though SGA ended up putting 32 points on the board, it was a soft 32. Okay, it was a soft. I didn't feel the impact of it as much as maybe we would have another game. And I truly do think that Steph Castle made things quite difficult for him. Even though it was over 50%, even though 3-point percentage 5 for 8, he didn't look comfortable the whole game, okay? He looked quite uncomfortable at times. And I thought they did a good job overall. Mr. Johnson, okay, all right, okay, Keldon Johnson, okay? All right, let me start with the positives, okay? First and foremost, he played great at the beginning of the game, right? I was actually shocked how many threes he was taking, but he was knocking them down. He got hot, and he kept it going. He looked good. So offensive-wise, he did his thing. I would have liked to see, because especially his matchup, they couldn't really keep up with him. I would have liked to see him attack the rim actually a little bit more this game. But hey, if the 3 was hitting, it was hitting. He only took 3 shots that weren't 3-point shots. He did a good job. He did a good job in the first half. Now, this is more so a criticism of, I think, the Spurs coaching staff rather than Keldon, because I don't quite understand for the life of me why the heck Keldon Johnson finishes off these games. I don't get it. Every single time, he's not a good finisher in these games. So it's not necessarily him. I'm not blaming Keldon. It just is what it is. His awareness in the fourth quarter, he's just not that impactful. Defensively, he's always messing up. I just don't understand it. That I agree with. Yeah, I don't get it. So look at here. So we look at the game at the end. So this 11 minutes on the clock. Keldon misses a 3. He got a rebound. Then he missed the layup at 9 minutes and 40 seconds left. Missed the layup. Then 9 minutes, 21 seconds left. He missed a 3-pointer. And then Steph Castle entered the game for him. And when he comes back with 5 minutes left, don't understand this, he gets a personal foul. And then 4:18, he gets another personal foul. And then if we scroll down, with 2 minutes on the clock, he misses a three-pointer. And then he got a rebound. He assisted Zach Collins. That was a good assist. And there was one play in which, I mean, we all know it. Steph Castle blocked SGA. He blocked SGA. But then it ended up being off on Keldon. So I just don't understand. It just seems like every fourth quarter is a net negative for us when he's in the game. He should come into the game, be a spark plug. If he's hot, keep him in there. But when it comes to the fourth quarter, I do not want to see him finishing games anymore. I just don't. I don't understand it. Keldon doesn't know how to slow down. He really doesn't. His court awareness is really bad in fourth quarters. It's really bad. I saw he apologized to Chris Paul at the end of the game, so I think he knew he screwed up defensively. He always screws. And it was another play in particular where Keldon missed. Was it this game? Was it the three with 2 minutes left? I don't know if it was 2 minutes left on the clock. I'm not 100% sure. But Keldon missed a shot, and Mitch Johnson was really livid. Don't know. I won't just like speculate that he was yelling at Keldon, but some people in chat said that he was upset that Keldon took a shot when we had a few seconds left on the clock that he should have drove because it ended up being a really bad three-point shot. I don't know. However, I do love to see Mitch Johnson show so much passion. Dude was into this game. You could tell that he's coming into his own as a coach for us. It was pretty cool. But anyways, Champagny should be finishing games. Well, Champagny did finish the game, I think. He did finish the game. But yeah, you're right. He should be finishing games. Hold on, let me make sure. Make sure I'm not crazy here. I'm pretty sure he finished this game. No, he didn't. No, you're right. He didn't. That's funny, though. That's funny because he... this is why I thought he finished the game. Because when he came in with 20 seconds left, he instantly made an impact. He instantly made an impact. He forced the jump ball as soon as he got into the game. Literally 10 seconds after getting the game, he forced the jump ball. Don't understand Julian not being the finisher here. Yeah, we even saw a glimpse of his panicking face when OKC made the run. Who, Johnson or Mitch Johnson or Mitch's? Oh, okay. Chris Paul gonna be big for KJ. Him playing with his role model will be great. Hearing that from someone. Okay, let me just say this, okay? I don't want to be rude here. The addition of Chris Paul, I think it benefits a lot of our young guys. I don't know how much it benefits Keldon because Keldon is just this type of player. Like I don't think that this is really going to change, right? At this point, I don't think it's going to be. I just don't think it's going to change that much. Like obviously playing with this player, you're going to learn some things or whatnot. But he's been doing the same thing every single fourth quarter. I just don't think he's a finisher in these games. But with that being said, first half he was great. First half he was absolutely great. And the Spurs did a great job this time punching the Thunder in the mouth in the third quarter because that's what you want. Because even though the fourth quarter, it got close, you know, they came back. That's okay. That's okay, right? They're getting desperate. They're doing as much as they can. But the fact we came out of halftime and punched them in the face and said, "Hey, we're not going anywhere," was huge. Last year, this is a L. This is an easy L. This is a blowout. Even without Chet, this is an absolute blowout. Last year, absolute blowout. And keep in mind, the Thunder only had 3 losses going into this game for the season, and the Spurs handed them their 4th. I know that they don't have the boy Chet. I understand that, but we didn't have Wemby, we didn't have Vassell, we didn't have Sohan. The guys stepped up. They absolutely stepped up. We should be excited for this season, okay? I'm sticking by my 44 wins. I still think the Spurs get 44 wins this season. Not enough to make the playoffs, but that's okay. I'm going with 44. I ain't even a Keldon stan, but he deserves his props this time. Like I said, I'm not even angry with him. I'm angry with the coaching staff when it comes to this. He is who he is. I don't understand it. But then again, I don't think we won this game. We win this game without Keldon. Keldon was big to set the tone. And Spurs are taking as many threes as they possibly can, okay? They are not afraid to take threes. They are taking all the threes in the world. And I do like this. The reason why I like this is because I know that we're doing this for Wemby, because, you know, that's what's going to benefit Wemby the most, basically, and our team as a whole, is if every player is taking as many threes as we can. If this open, you got a little bit of light, take the three. And I like that they're still doing it. They didn't change what they're going to do. They didn't adjust. Okay, well, now we need to do that. No. They were like, look, we're going to keep practicing these threes, all right? If you have a three, take it. This is not an accident. It's not a mistake that Julian Champagny, Barnes, Chris Paul, and Castle all took 7 threes apiece. Now, I don't think they came into this game and said, each one of us are going to take 7. But I do think they had an idea of how often they're going to attempt to score from three-point shots. And they did a great job. And Keldon, you know, came up on top as far as our team tonight. It's in that category. But yeah, second half, it was horrid. I think he only had like 5 points in the second half. 3 things we need: 1 backup big, 2 shooter, 3 small forward. I'm gonna change it around a little bit. I think 1 small forward, 2 shooter, 3 big man. I think that would be big as far as priority. Respectfully, Fasel always sideline. Like, man, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And initially, I thought it was just because they didn't want him to do a back-to-back with that last game. And now it's like, dang, he's still out? Come on. They crushed the threes this game. Let's look at teams. Percentage. Let's look at NBA teams. 3-point shooting. All right, so as far as 3-point attempts per game, the Spurs are, what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're top 10 in the NBA as far as 3-point attempts per game. Now, as far as 3-point made, I think we're top 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Top 11 as far as 3 points made. And this is why they're taking so many of them. 3-point percentage. I mean, do we have a good percentage? Ooh, not the best percentage. Looks like we're at least top 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're top 16 as far as 3-point percentage. So there's a reason. I mean, when you're top 10, top 11, top 15 in 3-point shots in the NBA, I mean, you should take them. You should take them. They're not letting off. Oh, by the way, Trey Jones' 3-point shot looks really nice, mind you. Let's take a look at our boy Trey Jones. This is really impressive by him. This is something that people don't talk about a lot, but he went from a horrible 3-point shooter to a pretty serviceable one. And that's all you really need from that 33%. Not the best in the world, but like that's all you kind of need. But yeah, his second year in the league, 19.6%, which he didn't take that many threes. The year after that, 28.5, and now he's 33. At 33 range, that's not bad. Definitely noticed that Trey 3-point. Yeah, Trey is a much better 3-point shooter now. Yeah, I'm hoping that we keep Trey Jones for the long haul. He can be a backup point guard for us. But yeah. He just came back. I'll wait a few games, let him get his run back in him. What are we talking about? Are we talking about Trey Jones? Anyways, this was a great win. Great game. Next one, the Spurs have, who do we have? Is it the Jazz? The Jazz. And then Saturday we have, hey, where'd it go? We have the Jazz, and then Saturday we have the Warriors. Are any of these nationally televised? Okay, this one isn't. Come on, make that Warriors one nationally televised. It is not. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Wait, maybe the Jazz one is. It is not. When is our next national televised game? Is it the Lakers one? Oh, we got another cup one against it. Spurs might win the cup. Yeah, that was not televised. Which one is freaking televised? When we play the Lakers again? Maybe? Come on, you got to give us something, man. None of this is televised. What's our next nationally televised game? Because this game was nice because everyone started talking about Castle. Maybe it'll show up here. Oh, sorry, Mike. You'll be at the Warriors game? That's pretty cool. This is such an ugly way of figuring this out. Oh my goodness. I'm in December and I still don't see. Oh my goodness. Christmas is our next televised game? Whatever. Whatever. We don't care. We'll still watch. We don't care. We'll watch all these. Christmas. Christmas Day. Yep, Christmas. Should I force my family to watch this? 11 a.m.? Oh, that's so early. Why can't it be at night? Keldon stepped up big tonight. That he did. Christmas, then January 8th versus the Bucks. All right. Okay. Like Denzel. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, good game. Ending segment.